Well, no hats in there, unless of course I want to buy a hat that would be worn by Bruno Mars, and I would be walking down the beach. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey. Where are we going, love?
Going to PSA office for Ella's birth certificate.
And how long has it been? 5 months, and they still haven't gotten it right?
Yeah, 5 months.
This is an adventure.
Here's the barangay gang. When you see these guys coming your way, you better step aside because they're mean. Mean, I tell you. Yeah, here's one thing you have to realize. When you're here, things move at a different pace.
Just relax. Find your center.
If you want something done quick, it ain't gonna happen. So don't get all worked up about it. You know, as far as paperwork, how if you want anything done here, the paperwork has to be right. All the information has to be right.
It's just we're putting new cover sheets on all the TPS reports before they go out now. So if you could go ahead and try to remember to do that from now on, that'd be great.
But if you're gonna get paperwork from somebody, 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna be right.
Yeah, you apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS reports.
What was the wrong information, Rhea, that they put on this? Yeah, the date of our marriage, and they even had our marriage certificate, right? So all you had to do was like, okay. And then they got that incorrect. Well, and then they corrected that, but then they got something else wrong, correct?
I don't know if it's still wrong. That's why we need to go to the PSA office to check everything. Because they just change it by hand, right?
Oh yeah, so they just like almost kind of like white out, put a new dude handwriting. So if anybody looks at it, they're not going to accept it because it's like, this looks like it's been tampered with. Yeah, no government official is going to take an official document that's kind of had something scribbled out and something else scribbled back in. So now we have to go make it official. But the thing is
And now for something completely different.
gives me an opportunity to go into town and get a new hat. Isn't that right, honey?
Yes, I did.
Huh?
Yesterday.
So I was in town yesterday and I was going to get a new hat, but again, like I said, nothing ever happens when you want it to happen. So what I was waiting for took an additional 2.5 hours, but by the end of that 2 hours, it never even materialized. So that's just 2.5 hours, 2 hours of my life that I'll never get back. Now I could choose to be upset about it, or I can just go, hey, what the hell? I'll just get a hat today while I'm in town. So look here, we got a break from the baby. It's nice, but we have to do everything fast, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a great question for you. What is the thing that I do
I don't want you.
that gets on your nerves the most?
At the moment, nothing comes to mind.
Do not ask that.
What would it be?
Not right now.
You know, that thing that you carry around to keep everybody out?
And now for something completely different.
I've been trying to make myself a burrito for a couple weeks. The closest they've got to tortillas is these pita wraps here, and they're whole wheat. But I've been coming for 2 weeks. They've been sitting here on the counter, and they're not in the system, so they can't sell them to me. So they're not available. So every time I come and check, and I see if they're in the system, and no, they're not in the system. So I'm screwed on the burritos. All I can do is keep coming back every few days to see if they've got it in the system yet. Of course, the day I do come back and they're in the system, they're probably going to be all gone. Well, no hats in there, unless, of course, I want to buy a hat that would be worn by Bruno Mars, and I would be walking down the beach. Hey, what's going on, guys? Be walking down the beach in Puerto Rico.
And who the fuck is Bruno Mars?
So that's a no-go there. And also upstairs in the clothing department. Let me just put it this way, it's better. Unless you're a Lilliputian, you're not gonna find any clothes there. I'm gonna go walk back to the office here and see if Rhea has gotten this paperwork with the birth certificate taken care of. It's like you hand them your marriage certificate and they can't even copy down the date and put it on the birth certificate correctly. And it's been 5 months. They corrected it once, but like I said earlier, they scribbled it out and just rewrote it in there. And there's no agency that's going to accept something like that.
And now for something completely different.
All right, Rhea and I stopped by a little restaurant here because I was thirsty as hell, so to speak. I think that's English, right? Thirsty as hell. And we stopped into this restaurant that I've been walking by for, well, it seems like years now. And I've always looked at what they said outside, and so I come in and we sat down and looked at their menu. Awesome menu. What is the name of the place exactly?
Here?
Yes.
Mare Monte restaurant.
Mare Monte? Mare Monte restaurant, yeah. It's really an Italian restaurant, but then, of course, the Filipinos don't like original Italian stuff. They like their own little take on spaghetti, of course, you know that. And what is the other thing that you guys like? The dish, carbonara. That doesn't taste like regular carbonara either, but it's still pretty tasty. I have been looking for nachos. I know that's not Italian, and I'm sorry, but it looked like they had real tortilla chips with melted cheese and meat on them, so that's what I was going for, so I'm gonna give it a shot. All right, the food has come. I have to tell you, this peach mango soda is really, really good. This is the fried lasagna.
Here's world-famous chef Anthony Bourdain to explain.
It's not Italian lasagna, but it has its own taste and it's not bad. It's pretty good. It's nice and dense. You get a good mouthful. You can actually bite into something. I like that.
That's not him, you guys.
Now I went with the nachos here. Now, although they are not American nachos, but we're not in America. I love the fact that I want to know where they get the corn chips, the tortilla chips. The burger, the meat that they use on here is really tasty. But then they put of course, the easy melt stuff that never really melts, and then that sweet kind of stuff on there, which is not really a nacho taste, but of course this would kill it with some melted cheddar cheese and some green onions, some scallions. With that salsa, that would knock it up. But this is still enjoyable. And I'm not saying this is the best part about eating here, but hand me that, honey.
Huh?
Hand me that right there.
This?
Yeah. Look at this. The whole thing of lettuce. For 100 pesos. I'm excited. This is exciting. Huh? No, no. 100 pesos. That's like $2 for this. So it's actually cheaper. At least where I shop, it's cheaper here than the U.S. So I'll be able to go home and make a nice salad with a nice vinegar and oil, some grated Parmesan cheese. Ooh, I'd love to have some sauerkraut. That'd be nice in there too. Yeah. With some chopped strawberries and salt and pepper. I know it sounds weird, but it's a great combination. Usually instead of the green leaf on something like that, I would use an arugula, which has more of a peppery taste to it. And I think that would work fine. All right, that was really tasty. I thought it was, all in all, a pretty good experience. The thing is, it's like here with the Filipinos, they only want to have Filipino food. Like in America, you know, we go, Mexican food? Hell yeah. Italian food? Hell yeah. Cajun? Let's go. But here it's like, if it ain't Filipino, they don't want to have anything to do with it.
We're gonna have Filipino food.
Well, the restaurant was good. We managed to pick up a few things for the girls. We splurged on some Christmas lights. So everything went really well, except for now Rhea is in trouble because she didn't get the rooster food for her father or the vitamins. So she's in trouble again. No, I did not know. Look, now she's trying to blame me like, oh yeah, you forgot also. You never once said anything about that to me. No, I wasn't. I didn't see that. Where? She's gonna try and blame me. I'm not taking the blame on this one at all. Nice try. Yeah, because you knew when it was. I reminded you today, right?
Yeah, Monday.
No, I reminded you today for today's appointment.
Yeah, but my appointment is Monday, but I already make another appointment for today.
Yeah, because you didn't tell me about that appointment.
I told you I did.
Where was I when you told me about that appointment?
When you were in Boracay.
Oh, working, doing all that filming and making, I mean, gosh, there was so much on my mind. All those waves, all that water, palm trees. There was no way I could think about that.
Yeah, but when you get here, I told you also that.
I don't remember that because you have a habit of telling me things in passing, like you think you're talking to me and then you're really not talking to me, or if I'm talking to you, you start a conversation with somebody else and then you claim to never know anything about what I said. So
Because they are asking.
yeah, well, anybody that's listening to this, maybe not the Filipino listeners, but it's like when you're talking with somebody and somebody says something, you go, excuse me, hold on, let me finish what I'm saying here, then I'll get right to you. You don't just all of a sudden go, let me forget this conversation and start talking to somebody else. I'm gonna win that argument no matter what. That's just a fact. But I'm not gonna get all bent out of shape over it this time. Watch out, snake. I'll always have the upper hand. Hey, when we get home, can we shave?
No.